long time no see. I'm Winds. After a long wait, the game has finally been updated to version 2.0, following the Hangblade martial art. Another highly requested martial art by players has also been released. This is the Gauntlets martial arts that arrived with Mohist Hill. Today, I'll bring you a detailed, in-depth guide on Bamboo Cat Kite, thoroughly teaching you the output style of gauntlets. Without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Bamboo Cat Kite has strong performance in the current version, and its operation is very simple with almost no learning curve. The only downside is its unstable output, with damage fluctuations reaching up to 30%. First, let's talk about the innerway build. The first three innerways are fixed choices: Soaring High, Morale Chant, and Sky Gripped. Soaring High and Sky Gripped are the core path innerways for Bamboo Cat Kite, while Morale Chant can increase martial art damage. The fourth innerway is chosen between Empirical Edge and Breaking Point. Empirical Edge is recommended for casual gameplay, for more stable damage in long fights. For short rotation scenarios like dummy testing or speedruns, take Breaking Point, which can improve burst damage capability. Next, let's explain the martial art mechanics of Bamboo Cat Kite. Bamboo Cat Kite has a unique martial resource called Heaven's Will. It is displayed above the martial arts bar, where you can check your remaining Heaven's Will. You can accumulate up to 4 stacks of Heaven's Will, and you can restore Heaven's Will by casting certain skills or over time. The core damage skill of Bamboo Cat Kite is the Gauntlet's charged attack, which consumes Heaven's Will to amplify its effects and damage. Put simply, aside from the core charged attack, all other skills exist for the purpose of restoring Heaven's Will. First, let's cover the Rope Dart martial art, Sky Grasp Rope Dart. We assume here that the innerway Sky Gripped is equipped. Rope Dart is essentially used to apply buffs as support. Its special skill Sky Snare Stance grants you the Heaven's Unity buff, increasing the rate of Heaven's Will restoration, paired with the innerway Sky Gripped. It also triggers 1 stack of Falcon's Pursuit when the special skill hits an enemy, dealing damage and restoring Heaven's Will. With or without the Heaven's Unity buff, the amount of Heaven's Will restored by Falcon's Pursuit is different, so never let the buff drop off. The martial art skill Snaring Lash, when paired with Sky Gripped, applies the Heaven's Might status to the enemy on hit. It increases the damage of your Falcon's Pursuit and charged attacks. And just like the special skill, casting the martial arts skill also triggers 1 stack of Falcon's Pursuit. 2 quick tips about Rope Dart. First, only the first hit of the martial arts skill is needed to trigger all of its effects. Second, always use the special skill first, then the martial arts skill, to maximize the benefit from the Heaven's Unity buff. Next, let's cover the Gauntlet's martial art, Heaven Will Gauntlets. Besides the core charged attack, the main purpose of all other Gauntlet skills is to restore Heaven's Will. Light attacks have a total of 6 hits. Landing the 6th hit triggers Falcon's Pursuit, and after the 6th light attack, it directly transitions back to the 2nd light attack. However, due to the low multiplier of light attacks, they are usually used in combination with other skills. For example, the Gauntlet's special skill, All Under Justice. After using it, you can hold light attack to continue attacking directly from the 5th light attack, creating a small combo of special skill and 5A 6A. Now let's talk about the Gauntlet's martial arts skill. It has 2 stages. The first stage is a dash skill. You are lifted by a falcon and fly toward the enemy, then slam down with your gauntlets. The second stage is a damage skill, which summons Falcon's Pursuit on cast, and when the golden innerway's Soaring High is equipped, just like the special skill. At the end of the skill, you can continue attacking from the 5th light attack. Combining these 2 parts, you'll get the Gauntlet's fast Heaven's Will generation combo. Full 2-stage martial arts skill and 5A 6A, special skill and 5A 6A. Next, let's cover Gauntlet's heavy attacks and dual weapon skill. According to the description, after the 3rd heavy attack, you can directly transition into the 5th light attack. After using the dual weapon skill, you can directly transition into the 3rd light attack. Finally, the Gauntlet's charged attack, Vile Condemned. We assume here that the golden innerway is at tier 6. The charged attack has 2 forms: the base version, Vile Condemned, and the upgraded version, Vile Condemned End. The former only consumes 2 stacks of Heaven's Will, colloquially called 2-bar punch. The latter consumes more Heaven's Will and has an 18-second cooldown, but deals far more damage than the former. So the entire damage rotation of Bamboo Cat Kite is structured around the 18-second cooldown of Vile Condemned End. You need to regenerate for full stacks of Heavens, well within these 18 seconds, while maximizing damage output as much as possible. Meanwhile, Vile Condemned End has 3-bar and 4-bar variants. The latter unlocks only when the golden inner way reaches tier 6. So after reaching tier 6 inner way, the 3-bar punch can be retired entirely. Soaring High has 2 core effects. First, when Falcon's Pursuit deals damage to an exhaustion boss, it resets the cooldown of Vile Condemned End. This means you can land 1 punch before exhaustion, get a cooldown reset after exhaustion, and land a second punch to boost burst damage. Second, dealing damage with Vile Condemned End refunds 1 stack of Heaven's Will. This effect also has an 18-second cooldown, just keep this in mind. Next, the effects from the purple innerway Sky Gripped. As mentioned earlier, the Rope Dart martial arts skill applies Heaven's Might to enemies, increasing the damage of Falcon's Pursuit and charged attacks. At tier 6, it also triggers a 40% additional damage proc on charged attacks. This effect also has an 18-second cooldown, but also resets on boss exhaustion. With this effect, gauntlets truly become a complete kit. As a side note, the extra damage from the Heaven's Might proc appears as white damage numbers. This is the main reason why white damage accounts for a high share of Bamboo Kid Kite's dummy damage. That covers the martial art, mechanics, and inner way explanations for Bamboo Shed Kite. Now let's look at the core martial art talents of Bamboo Cat Kite. Gauntlets, Talent 1. Perfect Dodge Enhancement. For PvE, it has 2 main functions. First, it extends the perfect dodge window, making it easier to trigger Breaking Point or Ghostly Steps. As for the light attack pursuit skill, Wicked Defiance. If you take Breaking Point, you can fit it in when Breaking Point triggers. It has little additional practical value for PvE. Second, Gauntlet's charged attacks will not deal abrasion damage. But this is not very impactful in practice, since no abrasion damage only prevents non-crit white numbers. If you want guaranteed critical and affinity, you still need to cap all triple rates. Gauntlets, Talent 2. Physical Attack Boost. It increases the damage gain from agility. You only need 2 agility rolls to max out this talent, so be sure to cap it. Gauntlets Talent 3. Falcon's Pursuit Critical Enhancement. Its effect is up to 30% extra damage to Falcon's Pursuit and charged attacks. This fully activates at 750 minutes physical attack. The remaining talents have no special effects and will not be elaborated on. Next, let's move on to the combo rotation tutorial. I put the basic combo tutorial here. First is the basic Heaven's Will generation combo. Full 2-stage martial arts skill and 5A6A, special skill and 5A6A. Of course, you don't have to rush to cast both stages of the martial arts skill back to back. You can cast the first stage first, then fit something else in between. For example, when you need to refresh buffs, you can do martial arts skill stage 1, swap to rope dart to apply buff, then switch to gauntlets and martial arts skill stage 2. Or when you already have the buff active, you can do martial arts skill stage 1, special skill, and 5A6A, and martial arts skill stage 2, and 5A6A. Or when you have the buff active and are ready to punch, you can do martial arts skill stage 1 and 4-bar punch, and martial arts skill stage 2 and 5A6A. Next is the full combo tutorial. As we mentioned earlier, all combo rotations of Bamboo Kid Kite revolve around the 4-bar punch. But due to the 18-second long cooldown of Gauntlet's 4-bar punch, no matter how many skills you fit into those 18 seconds, there will always be downtime for martial arts skills. So there is no fixed rotation for real combat. You need to adapt according to the situation. However, the underlying logic is very consistent. First, the highest priority is the 4-bar punch. No matter how you arrange your rotation, when you have 4 full Heaven's Will stacks and the punch is off cooldown, you should usually cast it immediately to avoid wasting damage. Second priority are rope dart special skill and martial arts skill. If the buff is about to expire, you need to refresh it promptly. Third priority are gauntlets, martial arts skill, and special skill. Fourth priority are damage type mystic skills. Commonly used mystic skills include flute, soaring spin, toad leap, etc. Normally, use these when Heaven's Will is full, but Vile Condemned End is still on cooldown to maximize downtime damage. Lowest priority are light attack, auto attacks. Use when your rope dart buff is active. All gauntlets, martial skills are on cooldown, and you have no energy left for mystic skills. At this point, you can use 6 light attacks to supplement damage in Heaven's Will. Next, I will show you dummy test clip to reinforce your understanding. Flute skill and cancel. Rope special skill and martial arts skill. When hit the enemy, Cancel it. Switch to Gauntlet and Martial Arts Stage 1, Special Skill, and 5A6A. Stage 2 Martial Arts Skill, and 5A6A. Deflect to cancel animation. And Charge Skill to cast a 4 bars punch. Special Skill, and 5A6A. Soaring Spin, and Leaping Toad. Special Skill, and 5A6A. Stage 1 Martial Art. Switch to Rope, Special, and Martial Arts Skill. Gauntlet, Stage 2 Martial Arts Skill, and 5A6A. Insert a skill you want. M for bars punch. Then repeat the rotation. After 3 charged attacks, you can cast a 2-bar punch, but dummy test only. Next, let's talk about gear and stats. Originally, you could choose between Aetherwrath and Rain Whisper sets. Since the global server skipped many versions and is now synchronized with the CN server, the Aetherwrath set has received several rounds of buffs. So now we only use the Aetherwrath set. Regarding stat roll choices, just like other critical paths, Bamboo Cat Kite can also run a min physical attack build, and it will deal higher damage. However, due to the extremely high difficulty of tuning, I recommend building a conventional set first before considering the min physical attack build. An in-depth breakdown of the min physical attack path, I will cover it in detail another time. Now let's look at the stat priority for Bamboo Cat Kite. Below are the stat priorities for both conventional and min physical attack builds. Okay, that's all for this video. I'll post some update videos if I discover anything new. I'm Winds. See you in the next video.